Hi everyone, I'm Alisa. I'll be reading The Water Maiden from the book Sun, Moon, Star, written by Arlene, illustrated by Henny, and published by Buana Ilmu Populer. The Water Maiden. A long, long time ago, in a small village by the forest, lived a man and a woman. For years and years, they had been waiting for a baby to come, but the baby never came. One day, the woman got a dream about a small creek in the forest that could grant any wish. The woman told her husband regarding her dream. They both knew it was just a dream, but then, if they thought about it, they really have nothing to lose. So they decided to look for the small creek. After a few days' walk, they found this beautiful small creek in the forest, and as they sat on its bank, the creek started to talk to them. Welcome to the Creek of Wish. May we have your wish? The woman and the husband looked at each other. Could they really wish for a baby from the creek? We wish for a baby, said the woman. Your wish will be granted. However, your daughter will be a water maiden. She will return to water at dusk and will return to water forever at the age of 21 unless... Unless what? Asked the husband. All water returned to water, unless she had lost herself for good, said the voice from the creek. The woman and the husband didn't understand what it meant, but no matter what they said or asked, the creek didn't utter a single word more. When they came back home, they were shocked to hear a baby's crying sound from inside the house. They rushed inside, and there, on a big leaf, was a baby. She was the prettiest and sweetest baby they had ever seen. The woman quickly took the baby in her arms. All the weariness from walking for several days was suddenly gone. The couple was rejoiced. The baby grew up to be a sweet and lively girl. She was named Voda. The couple loved her very much, and if you look at her, she looked just like an ordinary girl. She ran here and there with her ponytail blowing in the wind. But every day, no matter what she was doing, before the sun set, Voda would already be home, sitting in her tub of water that her mother prepared for her. For exactly at sunset, Voda would turn into water, and every morning at dawn, Voda would turn back into a human girl. Voda's parents were used to this and didn't have any problem with it. They were grateful for Voda. But as Voda grew bigger, they grew sadder, for they knew that their time with Voda was getting shorter. When Voda turned 8, she realized that she was different. None of her friends had to go home before sunset to step into a tub, so her parents had to explain everything to her. They told her everything, except for the part that she would turn into water forever when she reached 21. They were still hoping that they would figure out the meaning of the sentence by then, and thus could figure out how to prevent it. When Voda turned 16 and the parents still had not figured out what unless she had lost herself for good meant, they had no choice but to tell Voda with the hope that Voda herself could help them figure out the meaning of the sentence. But Voda herself didn't know what it meant. When Voda turned 18, a young man who lived next door asked for her hand in marriage. They had known each other all their lives, and Voda loved him too. But Voda and her parents knew that Voda was not in the position to accept that proposal, so they turned him down. The man, however, insisted. Even after Voda told him her secret, he didn't waver. He insisted on marrying Voda and bearing all the consequences. After Voda was married, she had a baby girl. At first, she was afraid that her baby was also like her. On that first day after the baby was born, a few minutes before dusk, Voda put her baby in a small tub and went inside her own tub. At dawn, when she returned, her husband told her that their baby had remained a baby all night long. Voda was relieved. Now at least her husband would have someone with him after she left. Her own 21st birthday was only a few months away. A few days before Voda's 21st birthday, Her parents and husband had decided that on Voda's birthday, after Voda turned into water forever, they would seal the tub to prevent the water from spilling or evaporating and would keep the tub of water forever. But on her 21st birthday, a few minutes before dusk, in front of her parents and husband, Voda expressed her final wish. After she turned into water for the last time, she was to be poured around the apple tree that grew in between her parents' and her husband's house, because she would rather do a tree some good than being kept inside a sealed tub forever. Her husband and her parents refused to do this at first, but she insisted, and before she turned into water for the last time, she made everyone promise her to do her final wish. So that night, her husband and parents did as she wished, and as Voda was poured around the tree, and as she worked her way into the soil and into the roots of the tree, neither she nor her family knew that there was something else that was at work. In the morning, under the apple tree, laid a woman. This woman was no other than Voda. Her husband was the first one who found her sleeping on the ground. He called Voda's parents, and together they woke Voda up. Voda was elated to find herself in human form. And everybody was elated when she didn't turn into water at dusk. And only then that they finally understood what the last part of the sentence meant. Voda had finally become a human because she had given herself up forever for the good of another. The end.